Welcome to the continuation of our video, our introductory video of IntelliAudit AI. So the last review, we ended at acceptance, engagement acceptance, and continuance. So let's look at overview of the engagement acceptance procedures. I took you through the interface of engagement acceptance, and you could see the acceptance checklist, everything checked, everything done, and then our firm specific considerations. So if your firm has specific considerations that are not in any of these regulatory procedures that you have to do, you can add them here and then do that. So background, let me okay, so you can have that, or or international directors, let's see, and then you can refer to firm policy, and then you add that procedure to it. So you can now make a note and then check it if you carry out that procedure, and then you proceed. And then you have the AI quality gate that you can run. It will review every procedure that you have taken over here and then raise findings. See, quality check completed 4 findings. It will raise the findings and then score your engagement acceptance procedures and then give you a verdict. Here it says we cannot proceed. Yeah, so we have to address these things before we can proceed. Once we address them, will rerun the quality check, and then it will indicate that we cannot proceed. Probably it will give us about 70% over 100 and above. And then there is a recommendation here, engagement letter not assessed. This recommendation, if we accept it, then we have to go back and then insert the engagement letter, attach the engagement letter here, and then that is done. So even though I've checked that I've attached the engagement letter, AI is able to check and know that I have not attached the engagement letter. This is what probably a partner might be doing, but AI is ensuring that all these things are done. So let's go to the data ingestion. Here, this is where you upload your information. So here you can upload your trial balance. Let me go back. I have information already uploaded. If you have Excel sheets, if you have maybe Excel book that has several sheets that contains the trial balance, the financials, and the financial statement, the balance sheets, and all the statements, this is where you are going to insert it here. You are going to upload it here, and then once you upload it, it's going to accept that. So here, let me go ahead and then upload my test data. So let me upload this workbook. This is obviously the one I have tried with. So you can also run AI anomaly scan here. That will determine all anomalies with the imported data, and they will advise you. This is what previously you might spend a lot of time doing, but AI will advise and then will tell you where the anomalies are coming from. It will detect it automatically. It will detect if there are numbers that are not following certain sequence and all that. It will detect, and it will even detect fraud on the financial statements where applicable. So AI mapping account, first map all. So here you have the trial balance, statement of financial position, statement of profit and loss, and all the statements here, including the notes and the mapping. I have my IFRS taxonomy there, and also it has mapped. So these are the results. Ingestion complete, 28 rows. Financial statement line item 39, notes 0. I didn't have notes there. AI mapped 22 out of 39, and then the false map of 6. So it's telling me that I need to pay attention to the false map to make sure that I check. So here is it. So these are the variances. Okay. These are the areas that I need to check and fix. So it has pointed them out. 100% map. Every TB account and financial statement line item is mapped to the IFRS code. And then audit confirmation. Here is where if I make whatever I have to do in terms of changes, I'll come and confirm here, and then I can proceed, or I can reject or re-import the data again for it to remap. So it's still running. Let's leave it running. Let's look at other things. So let's look at the items on the panel here. We have preliminary analytical review. So after the data ingestion, after the mapping, I think the mapping has completed. Okay. The rerun has completed. So we can see the same thing we have. So these ones are okay. These ones have some variances, differences in figures. And then I can look at the trial balance only, the financial statement only issues, and then those that are okay. So this is how it's going to map it for me. If I have issue, I can ask AI Copilot here. I can run AI anomaly check. So here you can see preliminary analytical review, you can see materiality, and then internal control questionnaire. Okay, so these are the AI flagged anomalies. When I run the anomaly check, these are the anomalies that have been flagged. So there are several of them which are obviously related to the errors that were detected. Raws, inventory, PPE, and all that. So I can decide to dismiss or accept. And take note of the warnings here. These are critical. These are critical. So if it's not critical, it will indicate, then I can just dismiss it. I can accept or dismiss, and accept or dismiss. So let me dismiss everything. Okay. So we can go to internal control questionnaire. Internal control questionnaire, you fill the internal controls. You answer this questionnaire. If there are issues you want to flag, you click here and then you raise the issue. Control awareness. You raise this issue here. So these are weaknesses. If I want to flag any weaknesses, I will do that here. And then if there is a control that is not already here that I want to include, I can come here and drag the control. So I can look at the issue, is it on payroll? AI can assist me draft the control, and then AI can suggest. So when I indicate, I describe it here, I can click here, AI will suggest, then I add it. Add a custom control. You write the question, so you write it. You can do it manually, or you can have AI help you do that. When you finish, you mark as complete. You see, answer 40 questions before making complete. So this one guides you to ensure that you have actually done it. And then let me go to preliminary analytical review. So because I imported the data, it's I can run the analytical review. This one will generate analytical review based on the data that I imported. This already, okay, I've refreshed it, so it has given me a different analytical review from the data I just imported. Data reliability, precision of expectations, and then these are the variance, visuals, and then revenue, first year operation, no prior period. So it will give you all that. I didn't specify them in my prior information, so it will give me all these. Abnormal gross margin percentage, I can put my management explanations here, and then I'll put whatever working paper they gave me that references it. We'll put it here, and then I'll mark as resolved. So all of them, I'll do the same to everything, and then I'll come to the conclusion. You can edit this conclusion before you update, right? When you update, now everything you have updated has taken as fed into the software, and so you go ahead and generate your materiality. You can compute your materiality based on the information on the financial statements that you imported. To generate your materiality for you, this is the materiality that will be generated. So everything is taken care of here. This is the overall materiality, performance materiality, and clearly trivial thresholds. And then this is the benchmark rationale, and then the AI rationale here. You can edit this information as well. When you go to adjust, it will allow you to adjust the benchmark, but not without giving your explanations. Not without giving your explanations. You give your explanations. You can change anything here. You can amend it, and then you give your explanation. If you try to save it, to tell you no, you have to provide explanation, because AI has already done that, and it's quite logical. If you are contesting it and you are using yours, you have to provide a reason why you are citing that, and then cite the ISR considerations and all, whatever. Okay. So these are the reasonableness flag. So it will give you some warning signs here. And then this is the account level specific allocations. So you have all the account level specific allocations. You can accept them or amend them. You can amend it, override it, and then provide your justification, and then save. You see, because I didn't provide any justification, it's not allowing me. So this is how it works. Revising log. So here, if you do recalculations, recomputations, adjustments, everything you do here is logged here. So you know how many times you have recalculated, how many times you have adjusted, and your reasons. Everything is logged in here. And then AI quality gate check. So once you finish, you are going to run a quality gate with AI. AI is going to review all your rationale, everything you have stated here, and then give you findings, and then give you a score, and then give you a verdict as to whether you can proceed or not. So you have the score, you accept, you can amend with your reason, and then you save. See, once you put your reasons there, you can save amendment. save as amended, or save as justified. Reject findings. So I can reject the finding totally, and then it's rejected. See, so this is how you work with materiality in IntelliAudit AI. So I've finished with planning, and this is planning materiality. So as we go forward, we'll go and do the final materiality as well. But you can always come back to amend this materiality anytime. When anything comes up that you think that will affect this materiality, you can come back and amend the materiality. So it's telling you the source data, where it's taking the data from. You can go back and amend the source data. If you think there is something here that is not normal, then it's from the source. You can go back, always go back, and then amend the source data, right? So let's go back to materiality. So I'm through with planning of the audit. Let's go to risk assessment. This is risk assessment. So on the risk assessment page, you have the risk register. You have the inherent risk, the risk of material misstatements. So this is the risk register stating all the risks. There are 8 risks that has been registered here. When you use AI to generate this one, AI can generate the procedures for you. AI risk assess, AI can reassess, AI can run the rule engine, right? So rule engine, AI reassesses the risk, and then AI can generate the procedures based on the risk that have been identified. So you have the risk of material misstatement here. You can compute from the questionnaire. So if you complete the questionnaire, you can compute the RMM heat map here. No questionnaire have been put in, so the heat map will not appear. If I had completed the questionnaire, the heat map will appear here. And also, there is a quality gate. Every stage of the audit, you find AI quality gate. AI is behaving like a reviewer, a quality reviewer for each stage of the audit, and then we'll raise all the warning signs. And one good thing about it is, as you continue to respond to the issues on the quality gate and you continue to answer, this AI learns how your firm addresses these quality issues and keeps it in memory. So in future, it will provide the recommendation based on what he knows that the partner how the partner is going to address these risks. So there is nothing here. Let me AI assess. No, I should generate procedures rather. Okay. So we can move to the next stage. Let's go to tests of controls. Okay, so when you go to the test of controls, you see the controls based on the risk assessed and the internal control questionnaire that was completed. The AI would raise the issue, will select areas that AI is giving you, is asking you to generate or draft AI objectives. When you choose one, it will draft all the objectives. Look at where the objectives appear. AI suggested procedures. Okay, let's look. So when you choose, it will draft the objectives in this way: risk assessment procedures, scope summary, and then overall risk rating. You can amend these. You can also edit these objectives. AI only suggests for you, and then it maps them to the international standards on auditing requirements. It will rate them as well automatically for you, but you have the right to amend the rating as well. And then you can decide to delete some of the objectives that you think may not be relevant, but these objectives are very precise based on all your selections on the earlier risk assessment and the internal control questionnaires. So this is how it is. If you delete some of them, it will reduce the amount of work that you do. Then you accept and then generate the program. So as you review all of them, you generate all of them and accept and generate programs. This is where all the programs are going to come. So the program to assess the completeness and valuation of accounts receivable, perform an age trial balance review and select a sample of 25 customer balances for confirmation. And then it's assessing the existence, valuation, and completeness assertions based on ISA 500 and ISA 505. You can decide to accept it. When you accept it, it generates when you accept it, it generates the test. Then you go and do the test. So you accept or you dismiss. See, so let's accept a number of them. So these are the programs that have been generated for us and the ISA reference. Then journal entries. If we have any journal entry, to audit, if we have any review of journal entries, this is where we do it in accordance with the ISA. It will state the balance, and then as we review, to indicate the progress. To obtain assurance over completeness, accuracy, and appropriate of journal records through this period. So this is where we review that. Your company have internal control with regards to journal entry? No. Or let's say yes. Then it will ask me to input those internal controls. I will have to import the internal controls, or I can type the internal controls over there, or I can type in here, and then I can use AI to help me draft the walkthrough questions, right? Then after I finish everything here, this is quite comprehensive. After I finish everything, I can run AI quality gate. That will also do the same thing it does in the other program. This AI quality gate on the programs that were generated, I would have deleted some part of the program, I would have amended some and all that. So I'll run the AI quality gate check to check whether the program really addresses the risks that were there, or I have to go and amend the risk. And then I can do AI quality gate on the field work, that is on the testing of the internal control. This is where we did the testing of the internal control. So AI quality gate will also run quality review of the testing and the results that we recorded and all that. And that is how we do the test of controls. Now we come to the Excel test of control. So the areas that we need to select some transactions and then begin to vouch them and then do the walkthrough, this is where they will be generated. So plan test of controls and then upload terms of control workbook. So I can upload the workbook here. I can upload the workbook into this, and then AI will analyze the workbook over here. This is the space where AI will analyze the workbook and then bring it up in a way where I can run the check. I can use the yes or no to run my test and then conclude. And then from there, I can go to substantive testing. So this is the substantive test lead schedule that have been imported already. So for each of the lead schedule, I can drill down and then conduct my substantive testings and then conclude. And when I conclude, it brings it back to this lead schedule. So when it shows green, it means I've finished. And then I can go to the next one and then conclude. So all the lead schedules are connected to the overall lead. That is connected to the trial balance. That is connected to the final IFRS financial statement. So all my journal entries, you see, if I post any journal entry, it's going to hit the lead schedule and then it's going to hit the trial balance and then be able to generate the financial report, which already have considered the journal entries. So this is a sample population analyzer, sample size advisor. It will automatically populate this. You can use AI to recommend the method, the size of the sample and everything, and then import it as raw data. Substantive testing, you can test the data as you have it, or you can use Excel sheet to test your data. So this Excel sheet is already formatted. If you upload the information, it will go into this. Then you can run your test, and then you can conclude. When you conclude, you sign off. If you have any journal entry, when you come here, you click your journal entry. It will allow you to put in the description, and then you pass your journals, and then you post the journal. When you post your journal, automatically it goes back to hit these journal entries. It records it here. So for each of them, you can put in the journal entries, right? And then you can also use the ECL and impairment calculator here. And then here are updates, regulatory updates, relevant for my client. This is relevant, and then this is all updates. And these are live news, that is trending. So AI can provide a brief of the news for you so that you can easily assimilate it. You don't need to go and read the entire news from the source. You see, this news takes you to the source, but you may not want to go all the way there to go and read. So AI can brief you on what the news is. Regulatory or regulator papers. So if the regulator, any update that the regulators have issued, you have it here. And these are talking about your country regulators, those that affect your clients. So these are the news. It's a lot. Then the standards library. This is the standards library. This is where the AI is taking the standards from, and it says that's a good read for you to go through and then read. So it's arranged in categories for everything you want. You can click here and go to the website. This one takes you directly to the website of the standard setters that have the guides, and you can read and then update yourself. You can read and update yourself, okay? And this is the audit trail. So every activity that is being done is being tracked here, and you can be able to audit and know who did whatever change on the system at any point in time. So that is basically that is it. Thank you very much for joining me.